How's it going, gamers? It's me, the #1 Stick War 3 player in the world, Day 1 champion. Now, I have perfected the meta as of yesterday. Could this meta change with one click of the button from Brock? Yes. Will that stop me? Yes. But for now, I reign supreme with this strategy, and maybe we will see improvements later, how the players play and counter this kind of thing. But for now, at least as of day 1, this was the strategy that I found the most useful. Make sure to subscribe today and join the Ase Empire. It looks like me telling you guys to subscribe is actually working, so let's keep doing that thing. Okay, so the strategy here is pretty simple. Basically, step 1 is to try and just end the game immediately with some early game Sword Wrath cheese. Usually this is proven quite successful in most of my ranked games so far, because nobody really knows how to deal with it. Now that said, people are probably going to get better at user control battles and that kind of stuff, so don't expect this to be the only option you have. This is simply one of many steps that you take to decimate your opponents. So for me, in this case, I definitely always want to take tower to get that passive gold, and for the most part, I'm going to be streaming in Sword Wrath for a decent chunk of the game, and I like to go for the enemy economy immediately, because then they are going to be on their toes and they won't really know how to respond usually. They kind of garrison immediately and allow me to just get ahead in the economy, which is great stuff. I love when that happens, so I always opted to attack them. This Sword Wrath's going to try and sneak by, but he can go flip himself. He's dead. Goodbye. Forever. Now, basically what happened, which is what I wanted, was that the enemy had to invest in a castle archer and basically plan on defending. Now, this is about the time where I like to make a Spiriton, because early game Spiritons have proven pretty efficient at dominating the meta so far, at least from what I've seen. So now that this guy's overinvested in offensive and defensive measures, I'm going to get a quick snipe and, you know, just work on this user control skills. A lot of this just comes down to who's better at user control, and the answer is me, usually. But there are a couple of cases where I do struggle. It is a difficult thing to master, but if you just practice a bit in a custom game with the AI, I think you'll get great in no time. It's just very important to remember that your opponent is also user controlling, and they respond to you, and you respond to them. This isn't just like, you know, an AI who's going to let you sword jump. They're probably going to fall back, so don't always use your moves right away. Feel out the opponent and make sure you are in their head more than they are in yours. Now, at around this point, I decided this guy doesn't have any archers, so I'm going to start making it some flying things, so he has to get archers or something. These Sword Wrath are just going to die, and so are the miners, because this range pretty big. It's outside the castle archer range, which is good enough. I'm also going to user control this Sword Wrath for a little bit, just to cause more problems. Basically, this guy is just continuously garrisoning and all that, while I have actually got enough mana crystals to get tower spawn, which should be making free Spiritons for me ever so often, and eventually I'm just going to overwhelm this opponent with the sheer amount of wings that I have with the free Spiritons coming in. There's just not a lot that can really be done about it, especially when I get to just continuously win free trades like that. People really underestimate keeping units alive right now, I think. Keeping them alive can turn the tide of battle. I'm going to try and get out of this, and I do. Now, another trademark of this strategy is that I don't have a Merrick because I am doing a lifesteal with damage. It is a very risky strategy, but it does pay off because I'm able to pretty much use all my slots every game, so it's not exactly like there's one I'd want to replace the replace for Merrick, I suppose. But looks like we're just doing a great job of harassing this enemy, and honestly just attacking the economy, taking cheap shots whenever you can. Taking cheap shots whenever you can is good stuff. Basically I'm just stalling at this point. I have so much money, I just need to keep making wings and not losing my wings, which shouldn't be too hard because all I have to do is not engage and I'll eventually win this game. At this point I'm just getting kind of impatient, so I'm gonna bump up the intensity a little bit and see if that can scare this guy a little more. He can't take this trade or he'll lose right now. He wants to try and square up, but it's not working out too well. Controlling these wings while in the air is pretty hard. You gotta be an epic gamer like me. After decimating what's left of his defense and army and economy, and you know, I would probably take more stuff, but they're not in the game yet. So I do have to settle for just killing everything, which isn't the worst thing in the world. It's still a pretty good accomplishment, but it will take a little longer because this guy is really stalling with the castle archer. I'm just gonna shoot where I think his miners are and maybe get a kill or something. It'll be hard to tell because there's no sounds, but I think I'm hitting things. I am not hitting things. That's okay, because I don't know what this guy can really do about this. I mean, I do know the answer is nothing, but basically this win is ours, especially because of the tower spawn. Now, I think the tower spawn is probably one of the best upgrades to have if you have an advantage, because basically these Spiritans would take forever to make by hand and you would never have time to make the wings. But if you're able to continuously push in with the free tower spawn Spiritan all the time, then you'll be able to do better and cause more problems for your opponent. So I didn't really get to show off the deflect spell that well there because I didn't really need to use it, but it is a very nice thing, and it does come in clutch very often. I'll probably upload some videos of that at some point, but not now, because right now it's 4 AM and I'm kind of tired, so I'm probably just gonna play another replay for you guys with no commentary. Some of you enjoy that, so we'll get the best of both worlds here, and you can just see how my strategy works better without me yapping about it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and enjoy the rest of the video.